Welcome to my channel, Donkey Invests, the best investment channel.
Hey everyone, this is Donkey, the smartest donkey in investing. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how you can build your emergency fund to protect yourself from rising oil prices and inflation. Because who would have thought, right? Even a donkey knows that the future is unpredictable. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Look, oil prices are rising, inflation is increasing, and life seems to be getting more complicated than a maze. But don't worry, Donkey is here to help you create an emergency fund for these uncertain times. First, what is an emergency fund? Simple. It's money saved for unforeseen events like rising fuel prices or that unexpected expense that comes up when you least expect it. You know, like when you go to the supermarket and the price of potatoes, poof, it tripled. Now, why should the rise in oil prices and inflation worry you? Well, oil influences the price of transportation, energy, and even the food you buy at the market. And inflation is that annoying phenomenon that makes your money lose value over time. And guess what? All of this can hurt your wallet. That's why it's important to have a reserve, but not just any reserve, okay? It has to be a strategic reserve, so you're not caught off guard. Now, you must be wondering how to build your emergency fund. I'll explain it to you in a simple and straightforward way, like a good donkey. First thing, have at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved. This will give you security to face unexpected price increases, such as those in oil. And look, the secret here is to be realistic about how much you spend per month. Let's suppose you spend $2,000 a month, right? Then your emergency fund should be at least $6,000 to $12,000. Then you'll be fine, or almost, because nobody is immune to rising prices. But Donkey, where do I keep this money? I'm not going to leave it in a piggy bank, am I? Of course not. The best option is to keep this money in a place where you have quick access, but that isn't so easy to spend. Like a savings account with basic interest, or, for those who are more daring, an emergency fund with daily liquidity. Remember, what's important is security and liquidity. There's no point in leaving the money earning a lot of interest, but then taking days to access it when the price of gasoline skyrockets. Now that you know where to keep your savings, here's the important part: monitoring and adjusting your savings over time. It may seem simple, but our financial lives change, and your savings need to keep up with that. First, review your savings every 6 months or whenever there are significant changes in your life, such as a salary increase, a job change, or major expenses. You may need more or less money saved depending on your situation. And if inflation continues to rise, as we are seeing with oil, you may need more money saved. So review the numbers periodically and adjust as needed. It may seem a little tedious, but it's super important for your financial security. But Donkey, when am I actually going to use this reserve, huh? Your emergency fund is for those unavoidable, unforeseen events. Like when your car breaks down, you lose your job, or an unexpected appliance repair. But don't use it to go on a beach trip, okay? This reserve is for unexpected situations that can catch you off guard and leave you in trouble. So stay focused and use it wisely. And remember, if you use your emergency fund, put the money back as quickly as possible so you don't become vulnerable to new unforeseen events. And to avoid using your emergency fund unnecessarily, I have some tips. Pay attention. First, always have a monthly budget. If you know what you're going to spend, it will be easier to avoid temptations. Second, have a fund for minor unforeseen events that don't involve your emergency fund. If you have these extra funds for minor unforeseen events, you'll be able to keep your emergency fund intact for truly high-risk situations. And that's it, folks. If you follow these steps, you'll be ready to face any crisis without losing your financial balance. The key here is to be smart, to be prudent, and above all, to be prepared for the unexpected. Because when life gives you lemons, you'll have your emergency fund to make lemonade. Remember, the secret to financial success is knowing how to plan, having a reserve, and staying calm when things don't go as planned. With a smart fool like me, there's no way you can go wrong. Did you like the video? Then subscribe, give it a like, and share it with your friends. Until the next video, where more financial tips will be given by this brilliant fool. Bye-bye.